right, so as your new government, I'm going to tell you the truth that everybody wants to rule the world, right? But the majority wanted the smartest to lead 11 years ago, and every government hid that from the public. What the public wants, what the democracy wants, what the people want. So, what if I'm smarter than every national leader worldwide? Then every national leader becomes irrelevant because it's a noocracy republic ruled by the smartest. So it's with knowledge comes power, like they say, not with money or popularity. And the boomers tried to make you believe that popularity mattered. Well, it doesn't matter because if you're the president and you don't know the basics of your job yet, are you really fit to be president? So you can see that 11 years after America ended, does Donald Trump know the basics yet? Does he know freedom of speech in the First Amendment? Well, it shows that he doesn't when he wants to legislate you can't burn the American flag. Right? That shows he doesn't know the First or the Eighth Amendment. Does he know the right to life from the Declaration of Independence yet? Well, he doesn't know that, just like Joe Biden or any American the last 2.5 centuries. That's why I'm your leader today, because for 2.5 centuries as Americans, you didn't understand your founding document, the Declaration of Independence. So I'm telling you, oh, hey, human life does matter. The right to life from the Declaration of Independence does matter. That's what the world's smartest person is telling me right now on this video. And the cops weren't actually supposed to blow you away with lethal force. They weren't supposed to get to justify why it's okay to kill you with the government. Hey, the government didn't know they weren't supposed to kill people. They've been doing it for centuries. But America was supposed to be different. Your right to life was supposed to matter. In fact, it's the government's job to understand and uphold your right to life, or the smart guy can easily alter or abolish the government, the U.S. government itself, if you fail to understand the basics, like has been the case the last 2.5 centuries. Hey, you can see they've had lethal force by police, they've had abortion, they've had execution in America, and they weren't supposed to have those things because the government's job is to uphold your right to life, or you get to start from scratch. That's why Benjamin Franklin said it's a republic if you can keep it. So if you don't understand or uphold basic rights like the president, like the governors, like the Supreme Court, you get to start a new country like I did 11 years ago in Cascadia, right? But you weren't told that. The boomers hid a new nation from you because they generally ignore all younger generations, right? When you start a new country, do the boomers notice? Well, no, they don't, right? And your average hipster stylist is going to want to argue with you. No, you didn't start a new country, huh? What, huh? Right? You can have your national flag. People up and down the West Coast can have their Cascadian flags, but does an American notice? What if the news is nationalized, legalized propaganda, and journalism has died? Well, they're not going to tell you about a new country, especially if DC is compromised by a foreign country, such as the case Israel has taken over DC. So 11 years after America, did you notice as the public that DC was taken over by a foreign power? Well, it's going to take the smartest person to tell you that, right? The smartest person might be there to tell you now, hey, your health is in danger with a phony pandemic and a tyrannical government, right? Hey, they might want to have a medical tyranny, right? So that's what your Second Amendment was for, but you didn't use it in the face of tyranny. In fact, you didn't even notice that it was a tyrannical government because Trump was wrapping himself in the American flag while he was compromised by a foreign country. So that's the problem. Hey, you don't even notice when your government is compromised. It takes the smartest person to tell you that because they're not